You just got to bring everything you've got. They've prepared for this. We know it, but they've got to stay calm, cool, and collected. And I think that's what most of these pro players will say to you. And we're going to see if the seasoned veterans, Queen Walkers, Stadra, will be able to remain calm, cool, and collected coming in with this P.E.K.K.A. Smash.
Oh, an interesting start here, Lady B, because he brings balloons and the haste spell, but gets the tornado trap. The battle blimp manages to get through, and it is exactly what Stadra wants. A little bit of a close call there, kicking this one off, though.
Yeah, it looks like he prepared for it. The haste getting those loons and blimps sweeping in there just. But now he needs to make sure that he carries on. Again, it's all about keeping those nerves at bay. The queen really needs to hang on here as the headhunter tries to take her out. And I know he does not want to force this ability.
He certainly doesn't. He's doing a good job, but oh, there it goes. These super minions have actually taken down the queen. Definitely not the start that Stadra needed.
That's gotta hurt. He switches over to the warden, but losing your queen in this type of a raid is critical. I gotta ask why he wouldn't have taken the opportunity to drop the rage to force the ability, knowing that it was so close. It's that judgment point that you hit that really... You make a decision and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't, but we're going to have to see if the power of the P.E.K.K.A.s is going to be enough to get this one off to a good start for Queen Walkers.
Oh, the single target Inferno as well, Lady B, was meant to be taken down by the Queen, and it is frying the P.E.K.K.A.s. It's onto the Grand Warden. The ability will have to be used here as well. It is not a good start for the Queen Walkers. Stadra is actually a base builder in himself, and he fell straight into the trap of the Death Dealers.
He did. They are dealing so much damage as he works his way through this one. I know that he tried giving like every bit of clutch action he could, dropping in those loons to save it. I thought the bowlers had that connection to knock it down, but that single targeting Inferno, just when it gets rearing up, roasts through. All he can hope for at this point is try and recover as much of a percentage as possible. With the Royal Champion coming in, he will be able to lend just a little bit more, especially with the Warden still going strong.
Yeah, absolutely. In this kind of situation, when something goes wrong that early in the attack, I think Stadra has done pretty well here to rescue the 2-star. It can certainly be difficult. The pressure is on, and Queen Walkers give Death Dealers the opportunity to get an early lead here.
This is quite a bit of a lead, I've got to say. This is not something you'd want to give up at this point, but we did see Queen Walkers doing like ups and downs through their last qualifiers. It was it was an uphill battle. We're going to see if it's going to be the same sort of component for them.
Well, like I said, just before that attack, how do you deal with a newcomer to the scene? Death Dealers, this is the first time they have qualified. None of their players have any qualifier experience, and they really came out surprising the Queen Walkers, so I'm intrigued to see if they can counter that on attack as well.
Yeah, and that definitely lends itself for defenses, not knowing what your opponent is going to bring, what you're going to have to go at, but they are getting a taste of it right then and there. And now we're going to get a taste of what we're going to see coming in from Death Dealers, and they are soaring through the skies with the Hero Dive Lalo.
Using just a couple of balloons to snipe off some of the defenses on the outside, that's really key in order to drive the heroes inside the base. Notice the gaps in the wall, but a little bit hesitant about the healers going in, decides to use a super wall breaker as well. The heroes going in, sorry, and it looks like that will pay off, Lady B, because the Queen is beelining her way directly in towards the Eagle, and a nice use of this skeleton spell as well to distract the single target Inferno.
Yeah, that combination of the skeleton spell and the skeleton barracks working their way through, lending a little bit of extra tank for the heroes as they try and get a big push coming along. Now, I do notice that we have one lightning spell in play here, potentially to come in for a possible headhunter, knowing that it will pose a threat to his warden here.
Oh, I think he wanted this multi-target Inferno in the center. The Royal Champion just did not get it. The Archer Queen, though, could step in and take out the defending Queen, which would be amazing. Here it comes. The ability is used. She's onto the defending Queen. It will go down, Lady B, and that is a brilliant start for the Death Dealers.
Yeah, that's exactly what they can hope for with the Royal Champion not taking on the multi. It will pose a little bit of a threat, but he can adjust ever so slightly, leading in the way, picking up possible traps as he drops in that Loon for the scatter, but coming in from the 3 o'clock side here, knows he has to get through into this core.
I'm a little bit intrigued. I guess it's easier to get to the town hall, but the scatter shot on the back end of the base are going to be really difficult. Now, the balloons are struggling at the top area of the base. Stone Slammer moving in towards the town hall. He's got to hope that he can get the Grand Warden's ability onto the balloons. They're moving into the town hall. Ability needs to be used. There it is. They were very low on health, but the town hall goes down and they move forward.
He's got a nice push going along just there in the core, but those loons trying to take on the multi get wiped out by the scatter shot here. Last freeze coming down to hold off one of the 2 remaining scatter shots, but he's got a lot of damage coming at him and not enough to save him through this fire.
The scatter shot and the multi on the back end were deadly in themselves. They weren't able to deal the damage to get through that. Nevertheless, it will put them in the lead. They are higher on percentage than the Queen Walkers, but coming up against a clan that is tried and tested, you have to be taking opportunities like that and making sure that it does indeed count. Not quite working out in this one. Minions and Lava Pups slowly getting picked off here. Just a couple of seconds remain. It will be 92% in fact, and that means Death Dealers are in the lead at this point, Banks.
Yes, they are. I mean, Queen Walkers coming into this war, definitely one of the fan favorites to take this entire live qualifier, and opening up with a 75% 2-star, definitely creating opportunity for Death Dealers to, you know, get the knife in early on, but it just didn't seem to happen. They didn't manage to grab that 2-star, but still a great amount of percentage difference in the favor of Death Dealers, Lady B.
Yeah, it's a great start for them. I mean, we've seen newcomers come into the World Championship qualifiers in the past that have then become household names to us. So this is their opportunity to shine, and taking on one of the fan favorites, Queen Walkers, might be the way to do it. But Stars coming in, a nice addition to the Queen Walkers team, coming in from the Hager Metal second team that they had. He went, I believe, 3 for 3 in his showing. He had a perfect showing through their matches.
Lots of experience Stars has. He always tries to consistently improve. That is what he told us in the pre-match interviews. And on this one, he's used the lightning spells early on to take out the clan castle, and starting the hero dive, Lady B, to the Eagle Artillery, the enemy Queen, but the Archer Queen is actually moving on the outside. Maybe he wants the scatter shot here as well.
Yeah, he just needs his Queen to step up to the plate, help line it up, and make that connection into the core. And that she starts doing with the Royal Champion to take on the scatter. Wow, this is an insane opener coming in from Stars. This may have been a smart choice for them to bring him along.
The Royal Champion takes out the second scatter shot and the Expo. Are you kidding me? What is left in this base? Queen Walkers on fire with this attack. Stars knows they need the 3-star, put themselves in the lead against the Death Dealers. And as the balloons come through, we have the Battle Blimp sneaking underneath to the Town Hall. Momentarily that will go down, and it does look good with, here it comes, a perfectly timed Grand Warden's ability. Oh, he's missed the balloons over the Town Hall.
Not quite in that radius, but he manages to spare a huge portion of loons that stayed behind. If they can sneak past, get those hastes down, get those freezes down, he's looking clear for the count here, but it's of the essence when he places these spells, when he gets them down and sweeps them across.
There we go. The Royal Royal Champion and the Suihiro method really did take down so much of the base that Stars didn't need all of the balloons. This is the quality that we knew the Queen Walkers could bring to the plate. With plenty of time left, they will be getting the opening 3-star of this war, and it means the Death Dealers now need to step it up and get their own 3-star, Lady B.
Yeah, they put the pressure on now, and they're coming in the way we would expect to see Queen Walkers. But with that opener, I think any potato lallower like myself could actually get the job done there. But the key is getting that value, and that was absolutely epic, Judo.
Well, when you have that much of the base taken out prior to the lava loon coming in, like you said, you can waste a couple of balloons. How pivotal was the mistake by Queen Walkers in the first attack? Can Death Dealers pick it up now? We have Indy 317, who likes to do a lot of friendly wars to practice, and he starts very early, Lady B, with the Battle Blimp and the Yetis on the inside of it.
Yeah, helping to shape up the pathing here for the Queen charge portion and for the hybrid. Hybrids, we talk about a lot. They're a very common strategy right now, but they are very reliant on getting a proper funnel. You need their pathing concise and closed up so you can get the maximum value. But we also need to see the Queen survive, and she is taking on the heat here, but manages to get it under control. That rage dropped in just enough time.
Just about managed to get the headhunters. There is a little bit of time that the Queen is taking to get through here, and I am a little bit intrigued as well as to the storages around the multi-target Inferno. Does Indy want his Queen in there? Is he going to tackle it with the hybrid? That will be a lot for the miners and hogs to get through. We will be finding out as the Queen moves forward, and as you mentioned, time is ticking here. He needs to start picking things up.
And he does that by dropping the Headhunter to keep things moving along, help eliminate some of the damage from that enemy king onto the Queen. That speeds it up exactly where he needs it to go. And we've got the Queen taking on those storages, as you pointed out, because that would be a nasty blow. But my goodness, look at this charge coming in.
He is doing phenomenal. I think he wanted the Queen to go to the left after the multi-inferno and just send the hybrid into the town hall. Now he's going to have to wait a little bit. With 1 minute and 15, you need to start the hybrid, Indy. Where is it coming from? Here we are, from the right-hand side of the base. This is quite a wide spread, Lady B. I'm not sure that he can get through the base, and a Tesla farm has popped as well.
Yeah, this is not what you expect to typically see from the pathing. Indy is thinking on the fly, but the Queen cuts across the base. She's going to try and continue to narrow it down. Again, time, the biggest factor, which is why you want your Queen to survive, why you invest those rages in these hybrids. But this Queen's got to get this moving along, and the Royal Champion needs to support right from behind the hogs and miners here.
Ooh, well, time is going down, but the percentage is going up even quicker. This is going to be close. He has so many hogs and miners. The Queen staying alive was massive, and he still has the Royal Champion's ability. I think he's in for a shot here, Lady B, as the ability will help to take down the defenses. Then it is just the buildings on the back end. Time ticking down. Oh, my word. I don't think it's going to be enough, though.
Oh, those barbarians, the champion barbarians trying to help out the Royal Champion. Not enough to clutch this one for Indy.
Man.
So close, yet so far away now.
A 98% 2-star for Death Dealers coming into that attack, and just so unfortunate. Judo, you called it. The time was just an issue. He didn't start the back end of that attack until well into his time, and that's just the issue that you're going to face, and that's the one thing you don't want to happen at this stage in the competition. You don't want a time fail, Judo.
I think given where he deployed the king, he wanted to just send the hybrid directly into the town hall and just allow it to sweep around the base. But when the Queen went for the town hall just a little bit too close where he was trying to charge her, it just meant he needed to adapt. And unfortunately, it took a little bit too long. But Gaku of the Queen Walkers can now put them even further in the lead, Lady B.
Yeah, I feel like Gaku's coming in, trying to show them how to get this one done. Blimp sailing across successfully. Now we do have those super minions to worry about. Drops of poison for the headhunters, which will help eventually line this up to get those super minions right in place. But this queen is hanging on by a thread, gets a rage down to keep her back to full health.
Wow, well, he dealt with that incredibly well, taking out the headhunters initially, then calmly putting the rage spell in. Did not want to lose his queen as the previous attack. Look at the coconut loon as well, taking out any of the black bombs in the area. A confident start here, but you've got to say the queen needs to move into the base. There is a lot of buildings on the outside that might pull her around the base, Lady B.
The Yeti coming in, that should be enough of the connection to pull her back and around. Ooh, unfortunately, that Cocoloon not picking up all the traps, but does manage to get a little bit done. The headhunter going down and the queen finally stepping in place and getting this done. But we've got another wall break, and this queen's going to continue the charge.
He does not want to just go halfway through the base. He wants the queen right into the middle. Take down everything. Expos tanked. They will go down. Back end scattershot. She can even reach that multi-target inferno as well, but she's getting low on health. Uses the ability. Meanwhile, the hogs and miners moving in from the right-hand side are tearing apart this base. But I feel it's all about this multi-target inferno. Royal Champion is on it. Queen goes down, and there's a lot of damage on the back end of the base.
Oh, this is a nasty part to be in, with the storage protecting, the heroes protecting those high hit point structures as the scatter shot is raining down. He manages to survive it with most of the miners unscathed, but no more hogs to speak of and no more queen for the back end. This is a tough spot to be in with the scatter remaining at that 9 o'clock corner.
He has 2 freeze spells and he's trying his best to hold on to them for the scatter shot. Needs to just use one down to the bottom because the miners are getting taken out incredibly fast. They keep splitting up. He needs them to stick together, but unfortunately, due to the amount of buildings left, they are just splitting up left, right, and center. Uses the freeze spells to drive up the percentage. Let's not forget that Queen Walkers do have their 3-star. They will still be in the lead here, but it gives Death Dealers a little bit of a hope since they are higher on percentage. If they were to 3-star Lady B, they would indeed take the lead.
They would, and that 98% that came in from Death Dealers before definitely holding them strong through this as well. I know that we had that time factor, but you always have to think about the percent that's really going to matter in these wars.
Well, the Death Dealers need to put their 3-star up. I think they will be a lot happier with their previous attack. The base was crushed. They had so many troops left over, just a couple of seconds of efficiency. Maybe the momentum is slowly shifting in their favor. They're getting rid of their nerves. And let's hope that this one is the attack they need for the 3 stars.
And we will see. We've got a Yeti Smash coming in. This is the first one that we're getting to see of this war. We've seen a lot of air. We've seen a lot of hogs and hybrids. We've seen a lot of witches, but not a lot of Yeti Smash. I'm still disappointed that we're not seeing the assist of the Valks, but maybe we'll get to see a little bit of that coming later. I've got to throw that in every time. But the Queen helping to shape up the pathing, the funnel for this. And I think it's a really smart base to do this on because we've got the nice narrowed out chambers inside that actually lend itself for some of this pathing naturally.
Yes, that natural pathing is brilliant. An interesting fact about Hyson is that he likes to build bases that were previously used in the qualifier and practice against them. He is also a software developer, so clearly someone that puts a lot of time into analyzing and breaking down bases. The Yetis, as you mentioned, push right into the base, and the Battle Blimp, inside the Grand Warden's ability, nicely gets to the Town Hall as well.
Perfect timing on that, and we get to see a great amount of bounceable value as those bowlers stay right behind the Yetis. Though taking on damage, we just have huge chunk of Yetis remaining, not as many bowlers, but the healers transferred over to those Yetis, and that is key here.
It is going very well. The town hall going down with these sneaky goblins, but also the Yeti were able to take down the scatter shot. This allows the royal champion, notice, to the left-hand side of the base to step in. She has a lot of damage to deal with her ability, the queen's ability. 2 free spells. Lady B, I think this base is crushed, and I think Death Dealers are taking the lead.
This is absolutely smashed, and this is why we know this is the namesake of this attack. Queen still hanging on to the ability, 2 freezes. Wow. Talk about swag.
We talked about the Death Dealers being unpredictable, but they are so far in the lead now, Banks, with that percentage.
They are indeed. That 75% 2-star from Queen Walkers early on is just giving them so much ache coming into the back end with these last 2 attacks. I mean, Death Dealers really piling on the pressure now, and yes, we didn't really see much of them. We didn't know a huge amount about them coming into this live qualifier, and they have just shown up against one of the biggest clans in Clash of Clans esports, Lady B.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's nice to see these unknown players coming through. It really is that opportunity to get to know a little bit more about the Clash community and see what stars are out there. And it's through the ESL play and the Clan War Leagues that allows these players the opportunity to do this.
Klaus, though, is a man with a lot of experience who has been in the scene. Everybody has seen him attack. And let's see if he can do it when the pressure is on. Starting with the skeleton spell on the inside of the base, trying to snipe off the clan castle with the lightning spells. Down it goes. And it's crucial to get the inside of the base because now there's nothing left on the inside, Lady B. He has that nice pathing around the outside.
Yeah, we've got a little ring around the rosy action to come for this, though he is going to have to cut a little bit of that path by sending in the heroes. Now, the Ice Golem going for a bit of a walk, not necessarily tanking for the king here, but we'll see if it's going to be enough for the Royal Champion. Ooh, this King's got to get things under control, get that single down. And
nicely done. Nicely done. He kept his calm there with the Ice Golem moving around. Just used one of the free spells. Recognized that keeping the king alive would allow him to get so much more value. And look at him go! Protecting the royal champion. She could even get through to the Eagle artillery here, which is huge for a Lava Loon attack.
Yeah, adapting on the fly. This is what we see these seasoned veterans do. Now, not quite enough for the Royal Champion. This didn't go exactly how he was hoping to see, but if he can keep calm, cool, and collected, he still has a great path moving along. It's just having the Eagle on the back end is going to be the biggest damage factor to this raid.
Definitely coming in with the Battle Blimp, decides to go for that rather than the Stone Slammer, I believe because of percentage. Maybe he was worried that the Town Hall wouldn't be activated, but that goes down. And you've got to say there's not a huge amount of the Lava Loon to get through. It is pushing with the Grand Warden's ability. Once the Scatter Shot goes down, there's also not a lot of splash other than the multi-target Inferno. With reinforcing balloons on the left-hand side, he might be able to get this.
Oh, freezes up the Expo, the Eagle, the Grand Warden Tower, trying to give this every opportunity he can get. And the haste, that haste dropped just in time, but the tornado trap doing it in. Is there enough of a spread left over? The back end loons come through to try and pick off the Teslas.
He's gonna get it! He's gonna get it! Come on, Klaus, you can do this! The Wizard Tower will fall! Grand Warden can help to snipe the Tesla! This is the only part of the base left! I have to give credit to the base builders because the Tornado Trap swung this in the favor of Death Dealers, but it's on a knife edge right now. 1 Tesla remains! It will go down! There you go, the Queen Walkers with the 3-star that they needed!
Wow, this is everything we want to see from Queen Walkers. Adaptation, working under pressure, throwing in the 3 stars. They know this is their final chance and they have to work through it. Now, we could see either one of these teams move on into the lower bracket, but why risk having to do it when you can get it here and now? But Caribou can keep the momentum moving along for Death Dealers by picking up the 3-star, and he's hoping on the hybrid to be the one to get this done for him. And starting it off with that blimp, Loon's down and gets the push in.
Very nice free spell onto the air sweeper. That allows the battle blimp into this area. Single target Inferno goes down. Royal Champion is damaged, but I'm not sure that the Yetis are going to get her. It looks like she will survive that area, but the single going down is the main thing.
Yeah, that single does a lot of nasty damage to your queen charge. You need to make sure that you don't have to force your ability, and he doesn't want to have to force a freeze too early on, likely wanting to reserve this a little bit later through the raid. So ensuring that your queen and your healers remain safe from those Inferno towers is definitely key, and that's exactly what Caribou does here. But onward and forward with the charge. We're going to have a triple layer wall break coming in.
Look at the wall breakers go. Where's the next one going? Oh, it got a little bit of damage onto the Royal Champion, but definitely not what Caribou wanted. With the Tesla farm, the tornado trap, sorry, it's not really an issue for the Queen other than time. It will mean that Hog Riders from his hybrid are well protected. Remember, miners can get under the tornado trap and it does not impact them, but I'm a little bit concerned that the Grand Warden's ability might have been used early there, Lady B.
Yeah, I think it would have been better reserved a little bit later through the raid here as he comes up on that scatter shot, because he's already forced the freeze moving along. And we saw the Queen taking on way too much damage, had to force that ability early as well. And he doesn't have her for the cleanup on the back end. This is giving a lot of opening now for the Queen Walkers to pull back through in the lead. Not only on star count, but this percentage is going to lend them a lot of favors.
It certainly is. This is the defense that Queen Walkers needed. Caribou not able to get his miners and hogs through the center. They really hit a massive amount of damage in the center of the base, and they went down pretty quickly. This will mean that the Queen Walkers are a star in the lead, and they are in the lead on percentage. If they were to 3-star in their next attack, they advance, but if they don't, then Death Dealers might still have a chance. How far is the percentage on this attack? Down it goes, 68%, and now they're behind by stars and percentage banks.
It is a difficult pill to swallow, a 68% 2-star just coming into this war. When you're going up against the clan like this, you have to take every chance that you're given. And now they flipped it on its head. Queen Walkers are a star ahead, and that's just the way that people, I think, were predicting it at home, Lady B.
Yeah, it was about 88% of the vote on the COC Esports Twitter page in favor of Queen Walkers. So they have walked into this as the favorite, not only for this match, but from what I've heard from other players, to actually win this. So Yuta can keep this moving strong now. He's got the opportunity with the Zap Drag here.
Using multiple earthquake spells to carve out the bottom area of this base. Then we will see the heroes moving in. Now, Yuta 14 did tell us that he has full confidence in the quality of his team. So earlier on in this war, I'm sure he was giving them a bit of a pep talk to make sure they could follow through and get the victory. And it looks like it is just within their grasp. The Royal Champion down to the bottom of the base, Lady B, does take down the tornado trap, or at least activate it, which will be very helpful for his dragons.
Yeah, not bad to actually activate that early on. It doesn't take up too much of the time here, but we don't see the Ice Golem doing the tanking that he had been hoping for. We do have the King working through really strong to work his way into the Town Hall chamber, but down goes the RC without that support here.
Yeah, and I think he wanted a better funnel to the right-hand side of the base. The King is taking his time, going around the walls, going everywhere. Here comes the Queen, who will beeline to the Town Hall and the air defense after this. Looks like Yuta 14 didn't want to attack the Town Hall with the dragons. Maybe over to the south west side of the base might be where he attacks in from here. But with the Town Hall down, the clock is ticking. He needs to start the dragons soon.
Yeah, and he's got the super minions to still worry about, already wasting one of his dragons to try and take this on. At very least, he's got the siege barracks to help line up the funnel here on the opposite side, keep those dragons moving along, and with them spread out here, dispersing that damage, we can see them easily take down the remaining clan castle troops, but the warden ability has to go off early, and we've only got 2 freezes, but no scatters to worry about now.
Interesting to fly into the air sweeper. I thought he might have came from the southwest behind that. He has to use the Grand Warden's ability because of the air defense, the single, and now you can see the devastation of the single. It is wiping out the dragon super quick. Unit 14 is not going to get the percentage that he needs here, and this will give Death Dealers the opportunity to sneak this war.
This is not going the way Yuta had hoped, and he wasn't able to try and turn this one around. That was a tough decision with the air sweeper. Freeze trying to hold it off, but still not enough. And this plan, crumbling. Is the warden able to pick up enough coming through?
84%. He might get to 85, 86, maybe even 87 if he's lucky. But look at the damage of Death Dealers, 89.5. If they were to get the 3-star, which they need to catch up on stars, that would obviously be 100%, and it would move them ahead on percentage, I believe, because it's only 1% now ahead for the Queen Walkers.
This is getting as close as we could want to see a war. I mean, I talked about being on the edge of my seat in the earlier match. Again, they are keeping me on the edge of my seat, but it's a toss-up now. You get it. It's in your grasp, and then it slips away. That is the pressure of a final qualifier, the last remaining chance to pull in that golden ticket. Khan with a unique opportunity here now. 3-star gets the win for them.
Well, Khan is a doctor working in his local hospital, so let's see if he can become Clash of Clans hero here for Death Dealers as the battle blimp takes out the area of the base he wanted. Eagle Artillery down, Inferno Tower down, and this will mean that the Queen can walk right on up to the Town Hall, exactly what he wanted for the start of this attack, Lady B.
Oh, this shapes up for a perfect Queen walk leading into the Yeti Smash. Again, we get to see Yeti Smash action. They came through with it just in that first attack with success. They're hoping it's going to be enough.
He's early with the Headhunter there. He lost the Headhunter. Oh, and it's cost him the Queen's ability as well. That could be crucial moving into this base because the Queen's ability can be everything towards the back end of the attack. The Yetis and Bowlers get the Town Hall. They will move on into the base, but how crucial is that Queen's ability?
The Queen ability, the Royal Champion ability, keeping those to the tail end could mean 2 against a 3-star here, but hanging on to the Royal Champion ability is going to be the most important thing right now. And as long as those healers remain on the Bowlers, on the Yetis, but everything has fizzled out now that we see the Queen.
Little in health. The scatter shot literally one-shotted them. Down they went. And that is the end of this attack. I don't think there's anything he can do at this point. The Royal Champion will not be able to get through the damage of this base. He's very close though, but I just don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, this is where we talk about the Queen ability coming into play. Had she had her ability here, this could have gotten it done. She could have managed to get through the scatter shot, gotten through the Wizard Tower, and lent itself for the King and the Witches to take care of the cleanup. But now I do notice he has a baby dragon. Air defense is going to pick that off. He's giving it what he has.
He could get this. He's got 40 seconds. The Grand Warden will outrange many of the defenses. 94%. 30 seconds. Let's not write this off. I think you were right with the Queen's ability, but Khan stepping up. 96. Is he going to get it? This is crazy, but the Death Dealers are super close from taking down the Queen Walkers. Here it comes, Lady B.
Oh, the health on that barracks lends to it. The Grand Warden coming in for the win. Who would have expected this, Banks?
Death Dealers taking out Queen Walkers out of the live qualifiers for that first match. Queen Walkers are going to have to play yet again today against Nova Maldo in the elimination match. Death Dealers have secured their spot in tomorrow's matchups. An absolutely incredible performance and right down to the wire. I mean, a brilliant performance from both clans. Definitely not what we expected, but Death Dealers managed to secure that win. And our fourth winners bracket contender is through to tomorrow. Look how close that is, Judo.
Lady B said she was on the edge of her seat. I think every Clash of Clans player is after that. Wow, Death Dealers sneaking ahead on the percentage. And hey, you've got to give them the credit coming into this as the underdogs, and they have torn apart the Queen Walkers.
Exactly. Credit where credit's due. It's so hard to predict.